Alright, might as well make another video. Get some stuff done today. Finally, my trash hoses. Finally replaced all these shit, breaking stuff. Finally got to replace these heater core hoses. They go from the water pump to the heater core, and then it's all dry from 1994. Leaking pretty bad on that end. As you see, it's pretty distorted. So maybe have all my coolant leaks fixed. See, put a new restrictor on here. I have plastic shit because the factory one. I was gonna try to cut this apart, but it's peened over here. So I'm just gonna wind up destroying it. So I got a new restrictor, a new coolant tee, cheap plastic shit. You can't even get this in brass because it's all different sizes. You gotta get like a junction block and put 3 different sizes. I think that's 5/8. I think that's 3/4. And this is shit. I forget what that is. It might be a 1/2 inch. I forget. So anyway, I replaced that. The hose off the reservoir, surge tank, whatever the hell you want to call it. See, here's my handiwork. I got spring clamps, worm clamps, you know, whatever. That works. Made in USA, Gates hoses. Another stupid thing with these damn hoses, I have to run to Home Depot because they have awesome hose barbs. So you have to join it right here. Anyway, there's my light. I'll show you. You see that lower hose right there? Well, see how close it is to that belt. Well, anyway, the way this hose is set up, these are supposed to be replacement hoses, but the way they cut these, they don't fit when you put the when you try to line it up. This end right here, see my light pointer. Anyway, this end to the that 90-degree bend to the water pump is too short. So what I had to do, I had to use a long end because this is like the way the hose comes is like 18 inches this way and only 8 inches that way. So I had to cut it, and then being that I have this long run on the lower one, I had to join it right there with a barb to make it work. But you know, it'd be easier flushing the heater core if I have to do that, because now I can undo it right there and right here. You know, look, to have 2 joints, it's perfect instead of taking it off the water pump. Anyway, after figuring that out, it's pretty smooth. I have to hack this thing apart too, that little metal bracket junk. What are you gonna do? She's what, like a burping up my dinner. She's a 95, so deserves some new stuff. And I never installed the airbags yet on the custom cruiser because I had problems with this. This is a dryer assembly for this Dynaride air compressor. I think they used these since like 1977 until 96. Well, anyway, first of all, you have to open up this end right here, right? And there's like a spring and a spring. There's a diaphragm, like this little washer. Anyway, if you take away the washer, it effectively lowers the pressure for these. Because air shocks run at a lot higher pressure than airlift still. So if you would put this compressor on there, you could just blow the bags, or the back end is going to be too high. So you have to modify that, but obviously this is a different design. And you see, this one, off the later model, I got this off a 94 Roadmaster, has a hex right here, and only a single little air nipple fitting thing. Anyway, this one's all screwed up. It just gives you 2 tabs. Mosquito! Ah, die. Didn't get it. Anyway, has 2 tabs. So, and this thing was a heat welded, I guess, and being underneath the car, you see it right there. So I couldn't get that apart. So anyway, finally got that. I think, what was it, last Sunday. Sunday tomorrow, so I make a lot of progress. So I can chuck this thing back in here. I think it still works. A little bit rusty, but. And I can hook this up. Well, I can't even see. It's horrible videotaper. We can hook this line up I cut from the compressor from that piece I got off a car this dude had. Anyway, put that line on. This is eighth inch. And I bought this cool adapter from Goodyear, like a push lock, or what's it called, Presto lock it says over there. Anyway, it converts an eighth, which is the factory line, until a quarter, which is airlift line. So it's awesome. So I can just run this line right here to my T, and then route the lines up and over like the spring perch. Put them back down. It'll work good. And I got this too. I got one of those plastic Prestone heater things. It's been in the custom cruiser forever. I'm gonna get rid of it because it's plastic, and let's put a barb in there. A little more safe, right? Plastic can blow out, but obviously, you know, couldn't really do much with that. Couldn't find a brass piece. So anyway, that's what's going on. Did my hoses. I gotta do my brake fluid next. That's filthy in there. Bought some and stuff. Oh, there's a line right there, you see? The airlift line. They also have Goodyear, they sold a harder line. This is pretty soft and it melts with when it's close to exhaust pipes. There's my bags. So, well, I think I won't have a problem. The wagon only has singles. Anyway, got this stuff, ATE. I never used it, but I'll use it now. Look at that. Nice packaging. We gotta do that. We'll do that in my pickup. I should have enough. Got Eastwood stuff too. I like it. Rust converter. I tried it on the rusty doors in my truck. Worked pretty good. Rust encapsulator. More rust converter. And it's a quartz rust encapsulator. And I got this brake fluid I'm trying to get rid of. Old Valvolines. A couple of years old. I'm not going to use it. And my Wix transmission filter. This is a new old stock filter, I would think, because it's still made in America. I got one. This is for a 4L60 or 700R4 transmission, the square. The 4L60E filter I had was made in Taiwan, and I didn't want to buy it, honestly. I like American parts, and I'm not putting a Taiwan filter in my car. But this was luckily still a an NOS part, so I put it on the wagon. And I don't like Wix's like those cork gaskets they give you. It's always by the Felpro rubber ones. They're like $2. What else? Oh yeah, check this out. Yeah! Ah, no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, that's a Toyota, or GM did it too. When they have a steering shaft clunk, they give you a little grease, or like a grease wrench. So anyway, I got a clunking upper steering column bearing in my truck. I didn't want to buy a grease needle for my grease gun, so I saved this one back when from a kid that worked at Toyota, and I reloaded it with regular paring grease, and it works pretty good. So I'm going to lube up the upper steering column bearing on a Saginaw steering column with that, instead of buying a grease needle, you know, save some money. It's all about buying a car, saving money. It's back in the trash. Junk. So anyway, I hope I got a little air out of that thing. It's a stupid bleeder screw in the LT1. I think I did. I should have really filled the radiator, but I was kind of lazy today, so I just filled it up via the surge tank. But I think I got a little air out. I got to run around tomorrow, see how she is. So anyway, leave that cracked. I'm going to check my level. I'm going to go down a little bit. Should probably get a new cap too. This cap's so old. Yeah, pretty good. Still warm. My stocking keeps the sand out. That's what she said. So anyway, I gotta go in, tranny filter, and get some more stuff done. Brake fluid, you know, buffer. It will be good. Anyway, this is going on. Adios.